From youth programs to ladies' night, the Red River Regional Marksmanship Center offers classes for anyone who wants to learn about guns or how to shoot them.
Terry Such and Tom Hansen are here to tell us what makes their center different than others here in our area. To both of you, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for what you guys do. I think the training piece of this is so important for people to help. And I don't know, you said you haven't been around guns much.
Right.
Did you feel like being around it and being coached helped dissipate some of your fears? Or?
I think so, and that's kind of what you guys said, is a lot of people come there and that's what they want to do first, is just learn how to appropriately be around them.
Yeah, what we do there, we're a nonprofit organization. We're not here to make money. We're here to welcome people in, make them feel safe, educate them. The first thing we do before you ever shoot there is have a safety briefing with everybody, because what I always tell them, I don't want anybody to get hurt at this range. So we do a safety briefing. We have a range safety officer on the line at all times, which you don't have in any other range in town here. And safety is our #1 concern, because if somebody gets hurt, it's not going to be fun anymore.
So what's part of that safety briefing?
Oh, we talk about just your generic rules, keeping a gun pointed in a safe direction, keeping your finger off the trigger, making sure it's unloaded. Even if somebody hands you a gun and tells you it's unloaded, don't trust that. You know, it's just not safe. Those basic things that have been taught forever. And then we have our own range-specific safety briefing that we go through too. You know, where our first aid kit is. Honestly, our RSOs have used our first aid kit more than our shooters have. So thankfully, our range is, we try to make it as safe as we possibly can. And not just for the shooters, for us too. You know, we're out there on the line too.
The biggest safety rule we have is your gun has to come in a case. It stays in that case until you get into the shooting booth, so nobody's walking back and forth from the back to the front with a gun in their hands. Yeah. Once it's in the case and it's pointed down range, and if it goes off by accident, nobody's going to get hurt. If you're walking back and forth, somebody could get hurt. And I'm pretty easygoing, but when that stuff happens, and most people just forget. If they don't want to do it, they don't need to shoot at our place.
And talk about too, I mean, Terry, you were sharing with me that sometimes on ladies' night you have people come in just like me who haven't been around guns, or maybe they had an incident and they're nervous around them. So sometimes you guys really work with that person. They might not even shoot it off in that day.
Absolutely. We have women who have come in that are very afraid of guns, and you know, just I think the one-on-one handling that we do in our ladies' night classes for sure helps them relax, helps them take in the information that they need to realize that these are just a tool. You know, it can't do anything unless somebody's behind it. So we have run almost 1,000 ladies, maybe a little more, through our ladies' night program in the last 3 years, and nobody's left unhappy. They all enjoy it.
I just wanted the safe part there. We have a range safety officer on every lane. We have 15 plus 1 there. So it's one-on-one, so if anybody feels uncomfortable or does something unsafe, we have somebody there at all times. And those people do it for free. They're volunteers, but they're trained NRA range safety officers. It makes everybody feel more comfortable.
You know, I shot at your range. I got to tell you, it makes such a difference to have somebody there, because you just never know, obviously, with a weapon. And so to have somebody there where you can ask questions and help you and coach you. And I think at first I was doing one thing, and it's like, no, move your stance a little bit. And so it was really... And I think as you build the confidence, you also lose fear of, okay, what this weapon is.
We have over 100 volunteers that help us out. They put in over 12,000 hours of volunteer time last year. We have at least 25 or 30 of those people are certified instructors. We don't charge for instruction. We just want you to be able to shoot safe and learn and get better. And I think it makes everybody feel more comfortable.
So can we get a close-up on these bullseyes, please? Because I'm not sure if Christy just punched pencils through there, if that's all because of Terry's coaching.
She did very well.
I was the RSO. I was witness. She actually shot those.
So we have some video of what happened. So we went there, our producer Ivana and I, and so you actually were in the booth with us. You walked through how to properly, you know, hold the gun. And we practiced first with the rubber ones before we moved on to the real ones. So is that something you guys do every time?
We don't necessarily practice. Well, we practice with a rubber gun if the person we're dealing with has never picked up a gun, because we want to know that they can hold the gun correctly, because that's a lot of it. So once you get past the stance, the grip is important. You know, if you aren't holding the gun correctly, it can get away from you. And
Yeah.
that's why we start people with a 22 caliber weapon. It's lower recoil. You know, it's just an easier gun to handle. So.
And you get kind of a sense of the power that's behind these different guns before you kind of moved through them and kind of showed the difference between them then.
Yeah, I try to do that with people that are novice. You know, don't come in with a 357 in the first time shooter. It's not going to be a good experience. It's not going to be something you like. So a lot of times I'll pull one of my personal 22 calibers out and let them shoot that first and then move up. It's going to be a lot better experience that way.
I'm curious for you, Christy, like what was your best takeaway from doing this?
I think it was just being a little bit more comfortable with something that I'd never been around before. You know, my family, we didn't grow up, you know, as hunters or any of that. And so it's just kind of like, there's something of such a mystery. So I think if there was ever a situation where there was some dancing, obviously I loved a happy camper. I think that was after one of those bullseyes.
Right in the middle.
But I think it was just kind of knowing, you know, if you ever have to handle a gun, there's me pointing to the bullseye. I think it was just being more comfortable around something and knowing a little bit more about it and what it does and how it's used.
One thing I tell just about everybody, especially the beginners, I don't care if you'll shoot bullseyes all the time or not. I want you to be comfortable. I want you to be safe. I want you to walk away saying, I'm not as uncomfortable as I used to be, and I feel better about this, and have them come back and do it some more. That's the biggest.
So what if people are just, they're so terrified of even being around it? I mean, can they call you and do like a one-on-one session, or what are some ways that people
A lot
can
of
get
times
started?
they'll call me, and if they're really scared, I'll do it on a closed range with them. I had one lady, the first 2 sessions we never even shot the gun. We just went through how it worked and everything else. The next 3rd session we shot 1 shot. I said, that's enough for today.
Yeah.
She came back and I said, are you still scared? She goes, no. So.
Well, God bless her for being open to trying too. You know, I mean, it's giving it a shot.
Yep, exactly.
We have some other introductory classes too, as well as ladies' night. We have a pistol basics that's a co-ed. So we had a lot of women say, "Can I bring my boyfriend or my husband or my son, my teenage son, in?" So we developed a co-ed class that's new this year. We have an intro to BB gun, an intro to air pistol class to start kids at a young age, 6 and 9 years old, and bring them in there, get them started there. We have parents last year who brought their daughter in. Neither one of the parents shoot, but it was something she had an interest in, so they brought her in, and she's amazing. She's an amazing shot.
And let's tell people how they can reach out to you guys too if they need to.
You can call us at
701-356-0677. I almost forgot it.
There it is anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And
website, but call us. I'm there 7 days a week just about, and from 7 in the morning to about 8 at night. So
Thanks, you guys. We appreciate
Thank you
being here
guys.
very,
Thank
very
you
much.
for having us on.
Thank you. All right, stick around. We'll wrap it up right after this.